All right. Hi, everybody. This is TJ with the Backpack Trader back again to continue our reconstruction project with this strategy. And we're looking at the weekly chart of the QQQs. I like the weekly charts because I only have to look at my charts once a week. Hopefully you've been following along, so I'll try not to repeat too much of what I've already taught you. I'm going to keep this video short. The other ones were a little bit longer. This one won't require much. It's the final piece of the puzzle that we need to get into a trade. When we have a setup, our exhaustion, our closing bar down below our signal line, the last thing we need is a little extra price action confirmation. We want the price to push a little further down to prove, or at least indicate more, that it wants to go lower. And like this, some trades get canceled, trades that would have lost. So this extra piece of price action confirmation is super important. Now for day trades, I will typically ask for the price to go 2 ticks below the setup bar. I've found that to be a really good universal number. But for swing trades, you have to be a little more, you just need a little more distance. The scaling of the chart is bigger. Not only for weekly charts, but for daily charts and also different symbols. Stock symbols in particular run in a lot of different ranges. This is a $300 stock, the QQQs. What about a $50 stock or a $10 stock or a $1,000 stock? The scaling is different. So we have to tune up where we put the entry. But once we do that, we just let it do its thing. All right, so this particular plan, I've already done my testing and I've figured out where that entry should go. I'll turn it on for you and show you. All right, so you can see that it's a little bit below the setup bar. Notice that it's just a small little piece of extra price action movement. If the price turns around and goes up, then this trade could get canceled and then I don't get short. But it doesn't. It pushes through and goes the distance necessary to trigger the trade short. Notice the same distance going up triggered this trade into the long trade. But notice here that the price could not go far enough. It almost did, but not quite. And instead went the other direction. You see how that extra piece of price action confirmation is so important? It eliminated a losing trade. And that happens enough so that it puts the odds more in our favor that these setups are going to work for us. Now, remember when I said for a day trading chart, I would maybe use 2 ticks? Well, here we are. This is our entry offset. It's one of the top parameters. This is 650 ticks. It's literally asking the price to go $6.50 beyond the setup bar before triggering in. And that's just a small piece of a much larger trade, obviously, as you can see the target's way down here. So if I change this to 2, just to give you an idea of what it does to the entry, watch what happens. Look at the entries, looks like it's stuck on the low. And that would have triggered this long trade into a loser, you see? So we want to have a little bit more price action confirmation to help avoid a certain amount of trades that aren't going to work. We can't avoid all trades that aren't going to work, but we could avoid a certain amount, and that's what stacks the odds in our favor. So I'll set that back to 650. All right, guys, we'll get into this more with the next set of deconstruction, reconstruction videos. We'll look at some other symbols. We'll look at some other aspects to this great strategy. But for now, I hope you are learning and that you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, and I can't wait to see you on the next round of videos. This is TJ with the Backpack Trader with this beautiful wealth charts platform, and I hope you'll join me on the upcoming Wealth 365 event coming up this summer. You'll see a link that you can click on and get yourself registered where I'll be teaching this strategy in greater detail. Until then, this is TJ with Backpack Trader.